Everybody, again, thank you for your time. I'm not going to keep you. We're going to hit it and quit it, but there's some pressing information you need to know, and I want to give you an update of what we've done in terms of our nonprofit status. Hope everybody got a chance to see the report I sent you. I want to make sure some of you who did not know the background on it, just real briefly, what is that, Frank? November, October or something?
It
September?
was October of last year,
October last
maybe
year.
September.
Frank brought it together. We had an issue with our 501(c)(3), so we did the paperwork, submitted it. It was submitted it, and we thought everything was good. Come to find out, the IRS had sent a letter to us, but it went to the accountant who let it sit on his desk. I won't go into a whole bunch of stuff with it, but basically it was bad communications. So the IRS basically was taking away in the process, if they didn't officially do it, our nonprofit status. So thanks to Oscar, who was alerted by Mr. Mosley, he called me immediately. And if you read the report, you see all the things that happened. And thanks for Paul. Paul helped guide me through this. So where we're at, everyone, I was finally able to physically talk to the IRS agent after 15, I think about 8 days, trying to track him down, and about 15 calls. And long story short, he said basically they didn't really care. We didn't respond. The letter was sent in December. A response should have been January 18th. There was nothing, so they didn't know. So I explained everything to him, Arnold's death and the accountant's injuries. He said, I'll tell you what, I will, let you guys file and I'll let them know. We'll put it as because of COVID is why it was delayed. So another reason why and Tracy and Tawana and Phil and myself, and I want to thank all of y'all too, especially Phil and Tawana and Oscar for jumping in there. I want to make sure it has a February postmark so they know we are serious about getting it done. So does anybody have any questions on the background, how we got here?
And Mike, I just want to mention, I just want to, two quick things. One thing it is that I know concerning the accounting part, like I said, some way, somehow he should have had somebody to step in to fill in on his part to let us notify. And also that I was hearing on the news today, they remember they was having issues with the post office that people not receiving their mail. And like a lot of the mail was delayed because they talking about they had a hearing today with the postmaster general today to talk about why the mail was delayed. So that might be a count of that too with the code. So
and I agree with you, Oscar, but you and I had the conversation, and Phil and Tawana was on the line with him, and the man misstated a couple of things, said one thing to me when he and I talked, when Tawana and Phil and I talked, he said something different. He even changed the sentence, mid-sentence, he changed his mind. So I'm not disputing that, but I think negligence, and I say that freely, was part of it. Because he told us, he said, I thought Arnold was doing it, kind of deal. So we wouldn't allow that. But you're absolutely right. So again, thank you for bringing that up, Arthur. Because once we make the letter, we do the letter, everybody, we're gonna fax it and we're gonna mail it. And Tracy's suggesting that we make sure we mail it certified, so we'll have be covered both ways. So that will be there. So thank you, Oscar. Again, that is a factor, but I'm still disappointed in the account. Appreciate that, bro. And also, by the way, I asked the accountant, I'm sorry, the IRS agent, why did it happen? Because we've done this before, and basically he said that someone flagged it. And I made a joke with a couple of you guys I talked to earlier today, maybe because they saw that CB and saw what the B stood for, and they flagged it. But there was nothing, and Paul told me there's something that they do. Sometimes the agent will do it, but there's nothing that we did wrong, nothing nefarious. So it wasn't something that we did in terms of the filing. Any other comments before we move on? Okay, you guys got a chance to see the 1023. That's the actual 1023 we submitted back in September. So everything on that is good to go. So let's go to the letter. Does everybody have and I apologize because I asked him to send it to me, and all he did was send me the some photos. Paul, were you able to get him to, well, not the letter we're talking about. Were you able to get him to
No,
scan the
he said he
letter?
didn't have a scanner, so he couldn't scan it in and email it to me.
Okay, I will get that corrected because we have to fill that out. And Tracy, are you available sometime tomorrow in the afternoon that I could get it to you so you can fill it out, or I can just do it myself?
Hold on. Let me come back to my wait. When tomorrow?
You tell me. I'm booked from like 9 till 12:30, so I'm free after 12:30.
Oh, okay, yeah, that'd be good for me. Let's say 2.
Okay. Okay, now give me time to get the hard copies. I'll get 3 or 4 of them so we'll mess them up. But we're gonna go through it tonight so we'll know exactly what to put on the letter.
Okay.
Okay. So Paul, I'm gonna let you take over and did I hit the wrong button.
Okay, I'm gonna start on page 3. There.
Yeah, I'm here.
One is self-explanatory. You just need an authorized signer. Whoever you want to sign this document, whoever's going to be spearheading this project. So
Paul, let me ask you, would it be me or would it be Tawana? Tawana is gonna be responsible for this from now on. So should it be her signature?
it can be her or any trustee. You know, it could be anybody, as long as they're an officer and you guys authorize them to sign.
Okay.
Whoever you want to be in charge there.
Okay. I'm gonna recommend that we let Tawana do that, be that, and she'll be working with the trustees.
Okay, item number 2, corporation. You are incorporated. So what you need to do is go to the state of Michigan and you have to order a certified copy of your incorporation.
Now, where will we order that from, Paul?
The Secretary of State, LRA, and I can order that for you. It's no problem.
You know how long it'll take for us to get it? Is it something that's online or?
We can get it emailed to us, so we should be able to get it the same day we order.
Okay.
I'll try to get that done for you tonight or tomorrow.
That'd be perfect. That'd be great. Okay.
Okay, so that's one document they asked him for. So they also asked him for amendments. I don't think we really made any amendments. And Frank, I'm gonna ask you, when you did your annual filing, you didn't too many officers change, did it?
Did the officers change on the annual filing?
Yes.
That would be something that, well, we didn't do an annual filing. When Oscar took over after you left, not Oscar, Arnold took over after you left. Arnold was supposed to get with this guy, this accountant, to handle all the paperwork. And we didn't find out anything about any of this mess until last year after Arnold passed. So he would have that information if there was a change made in it.
Well, I can go back and look and see if you filed in 18,
Yeah,
19.
I know it was only one instance where Arnold came to me to sign the paperwork. And that was, I believe, in 2018? Might have been 2018. We had to file back, was it 3 years? We did paperwork going back over here at my house.
Yeah.
I think it was 3 years. It was 3 years, 17, 18.
No,
and
17, 19, 20.
19 and 20.
Okay.
Exactly. So yeah, that must be the one. 18 must be the one I signed.
Yeah. Well, if you follow those years, they have them on record, so we can get it.
We did that last year.
Yeah, we can get that from the state, so that shouldn't be no problem.
Yeah.
So yeah. Frank, we have a copy of one done in 2018.
That should be in.
The
That
one,
should be,
Right.
yeah, the one I've got is 2016.
okay, well, if it's 18, then that would be in the file that the accountant had.
Okay, yeah, because
Yeah, that's what that would
Frankie,
be.
can you give me those years again? You said 18, 19, and 20?
No, it was
Oh.
18, 17, 18, and 20.
No.
No, 17, 19, 20, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, 17, 19, and 20.
So
Yeah.
we missing 18?
No, 18 was taken care of.
Oh,
18
okay.
was taken care of. That was the one year I remember that Arnold asked me to sign the paperwork.
Okay. Now, again, to get you guys know, when I asked him, and Phil, Dwan, I tell you, when we asked him about this, he kept talking about he had to go in our archives. And I'm like, what do you mean?
Wow.
What the hell is the archive? This is not the Library of Congress. You know,
Yeah.
go to your computer. So I'll get on him about that tomorrow. I mean, I will talk with him tomorrow.
Yeah, he should have 18. Because I remember that's the year I remember that.
But if he doesn't have it, we can go to the state. The state have a copy of what you filed.
Yeah, they should have everything because those were the only years that the IRS asked for.
Well, Paul, when would you go to the state?
I sent Tawana a copy of those. The 18 was already paid. And then in August of last year is when you took care of 17, 19, and 20.
20, exactly.
And while we're on the subject, the filing should have been done by February 15th, which you probably didn't file for this year. So you probably need to file for this year so you can stay current with the state of Michigan.
And that's that form you sent me, Paul?
Yeah, that you need to make changes for the president, the secretary, the treasurer, and all this stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do we need, I don't have it in front of me. Do we need signatures on that one?
I
can it be
think
just
at
my
the bottom you
signature?
need a signature. It doesn't matter who signed it, as long as
I mean, just one signature. I mean, I can sign it.
Yeah,
I don't
you
need-
can personally sign it.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, it can be a member or anybody that's on there. So yeah, you can sign it.
Okay.
And if you file electronically, you can type your name in. That'll be good enough.
Okay. All right. I'll do that tomorrow. Okay. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Paul. Excuse me. Any other things before we move on? Anybody? Okay, Paul, go ahead, please.
Okay, then you go to item number 3. Keep in mind, as you look through here, you have to sign for item 1, item 2. After you submit it, there's a signature for item 2 you have to sign for as well on your letter. Just above item 3, there's a signature block.
We amended our organizing document as indicated, right above that, or below that?
Yeah.
I'm looking at page 4, okay.
Then you go to item 3. It says provide detailed
Detailed description of your past, present, and future activities. In general, you should include, then it has A through F.
Yeah, what specific activities you conduct. I know that you guys do community work in the community, stuff like that. You might want to put the things that you do in the community.
The things we just did last year would be a good reference.
Okay. Should we list the boxes, Frank, and the COVID thing?
Yeah, we should probably list all of that and the what we did with the toys for the kids.
Okay.
Okay. Then it said who participated in the activity, the community that you work in. I would say.
Okay.
Detroiters.
Where do you conduct the activity? That's going to be multiple location, depends on who you're supporting at the time you're doing it.
So, Paul, would that be, do we need specific addresses or can we say areas? Because like Frank said, we do Detroit, so
You can say food bank, you can say the food bank, you can say, I know you do organization for kids, you can just put that down there. You don't have to put addresses, just, that's who you do it for.
Can you can he use, we also donated when we did the drive with Mildred Gaddis, we donated that food for that. Can we use that also?
Yeah, that's who participated. Yeah. That's who.
Yeah, okay. Well, we could do all those, right? All the
Okay.
food drives and Mildred, so we should be good.
Okay.
It says when and how often do you do these activities? I think I would say annually.
We quarterly.
Now, when you say fees, is that so? What people we charging people?
No. You're on D.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm looking at E. I'm sorry. When and how often the activities occur?
Yeah. You can say annually, semi-annually, because actually you're constantly doing them all year round.
Yeah, we're doing them. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Do we just say yearly? I mean, we do it, throughout the year.
Year round.
Yeah.
Year round would be good.
Can you say monthly? We receive the food monthly, and we have people come.
Yeah, food thing is monthly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which form are you doing? The 1023 or 1023 EZ?
No.
We're looking at the letter field that he sent to us that we had to fill out.
I don't have that.
You don't have that, Phil?
No.
It's like an essay. You just have to write the answer.
I thought I sent it to you, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Phil, if you go to the email he sent for the link, it's in there.
Yeah.
At the bottom.
Look, Phil, if you go to the first email I sent, I put the attachment on, it didn't go through. I resent it with the attachment. So the second one will have all the attachments, the 1023, the state, this letter we're talking about now as well. And this letter we're talking about.
All right, well, this is all. Yeah,
it's a picture. It's picture. That's what he sent me. So yeah, just flip it, and we're gonna get it. We tried. Paul and I tried to get it scanned to you guys, but we're gonna take care of it tomorrow physically. Tracy and I are gonna get together and fill it out. I just want to make sure we all agree we're gonna put in there. So you good, Phil? We're on page 4.
So I gotta get it out.
Hey, Paul, can you send attachments with it?
I'm sorry?
Can you just answer the questions, or can you send the attachments?
Attachment? Yeah, you can send attachment if you would like. I would just answer the question.
Okay, yeah, because they may get more in depth if they.
More is less.
Yeah.
Less is more here.
Yep. You're right about that.
If they need more, they'll come back, but you don't want to give them too much.
Don't ask no questions.
More questions.
No questions. Here it is, sir. That's all I got. $2. Okay, so we're on D. So on D, we're saying we're going to put in monthly. E, what fees? I'm sorry. Are we ready to move on, everybody? Everybody good with D? Our answer is going to be monthly. When and how often? Okay, I guess that means we're good. E, Paul, what fees?
You don't charge people for the stuff you do. So
No.
There's no fees or anything like that. Just say no.
Okay.
What percentage of time and resources you spend on these activities? Well, I would say 80% of your time is doing nonprofit work, whether you're talking to someone about education, whether you're trying to help them to get into the skill trade training and all this stuff. So I would say on these activities, you spend the majority of your time. Yeah. That's what you are about.
Even the planning of it. I mean, that's, time spent. So should we give them a number? I mean, should we say 100% or should we say 80%? I'm
Well, actually, when you guys come together, it's 100% when you meet.
Mm-hmm.
But I wouldn't say 100%. They may question, when do you do other things? Yeah. So, because you have to take time for administrative purposes as well.
Right.
So I'm looking at 75 to 80%. That's what I would use.
Any other thoughts on that, guys?
I'm rolling with Paul.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I was going to ask you, Frank, what you thought.
I wrote it with Paul.
Okay, so everybody, we agree on our percentage is 80%. Number 4, provide your actual revenues and expenses for each year you completed and projections of your likely revenue and expenses for your current and future years for a total of 3 years of financial information. So I'm gonna let Tawana and Oscar tackle that one with Paul.
Okay, Oscar, what you can do this one or two ways. You can guesstimation, or you can go to the bank and get a 3-year bank statement, and just go through monthly, add up what you took in and what you sent out, and that'll give you your annual total of revenue and expenditures.
Yeah, like I said, the way the book was set up, I said Arnold had did it before, and so he had it in his book. It was pretty good, but it really wasn't broken down. But for the one from last year to current, I actually broke it down. That I had put it in another book for last year. I actually broke it down. So like you said, all it is just got to verify with the bank statement. Probably just have to get the information from the bank.
Yeah, just get it from the bank. Now they don't ask you what you spend it on. They just want to know how much you brought in and how much you spent out.
Right.
So what they're trying to get at is that when you file your taxes, you file the exempt of under $50,000. You don't bring in $50,000 annually.
Oh no.
So what they're trying to verify is that you're not getting over $50,000 and saying that you know.
How would you say that NCCU contributed to your skill set and your
So what I would do, I would just go to the bank, get a 3-year statement, 3 years of statement, and figure out what you spent out and what you brought in. You're good to go.
Sure.
Okay, Tawana, you good with that?
All the reading and writing that I did, all those papers.
Tawana?
Yes, yes.
I use that stuff all the time in these contracts.
Okay, moving on. Any other comments, anyone?
What was actually said?
Okay, moving on to number 5. Do you or will you engage in financial transactions such as loans, payments, etc., rents with any of your donors or any entities they own or control? If so, provide a detailed description. Don't include
The answer is no.
No.
That's a good one. That's easy. Number 6, your application indicated you donated funds to or pay expenses for individuals. Provide the following about past, current, or future disbursements. The purpose of the fund, the purpose of the funds you distribute and how they are used by the individual recipients.
Well, the purpose of the funds would be expense. If you paid for someone to go somewhere, you paid their travel expense, their allowances, maybe hotel and a food allowance and all that stuff.
So do we need to be detailed with that or just say we did that? For example,
You tell them that you paid travel expense, room. Well, the same thing that the UAW use when they pay, for travel.
okay.
You don't have to be detailed as who you paid it for, how much you paid, and all this stuff. They just asked you what was the purpose of the fund, how you used it, and what it was for.
So to my knowledge, and people jump in here, the only time we did that was when we sent our president to a conference. So it's only one.
I wouldn't worry about that. I would just tell them what the fund is used for, because you don't want to give them an amount because they don't ask for amount. They just ask for the purpose and the detail.
So should we say the purpose is to send members to different conferences?
Right.
To represent CBTU, Detroit CBTU?
Yeah, different conferences and meetings and stuff like that.
Okay. Okay. Is there any other ways we distribute money? Anybody?
Michael, I don't know if they paid for Phil, but I know when I had to cover a national CBT meeting, they paid my expense.
Okay.
I don't know, and Phil went to next year. I didn't go but once.
I think we'll cover like what Paul said. We said paid travel expenses for representatives of the organization to attend CBTU functions or conferences. That good, Paul? We safe with that?
Are you good with that?
Okay.
Yeah, just listed as conference and training. I think that would cover anything we would do.
Okay. Hey, Pam. Let's see. So we good on that, everybody, with A?
Right.
Okay, B.
The selection process is always approved by the board.
Oh, that's the answer?
Yeah,
Okay.
they are approved by the board to go represent the organization.
Okay. And do we have to put anything on criteria?
Criteria, I would say they have to be pretty much a board member.
Okay.
Well, and that's not true too either, because there are some people that have gone to represent the other areas of the CBTU as board members, just like young man in the union. What was his name? But you know, it's
We can say our board selects, nominates, I'm just talking this out. Our board nominates candidates to represent us at different events based on their qualifications and attendance or participation.
right. / membership.
Membership. It has to be a member, of course.
Have to be a member, yeah. So yeah, I know that.
Trace, did you get that? Because I don't think I can say it again.
Yeah, because you rattled.
Okay. We can say that the board recipient selection process is done by approval by the entire board.
Okay.
And the criteria, I can't even talk tonight.
Criteria.
Thank you, baby. Is that they are a member of good standing, meet the qualifications to perform the function that they're going to represent. You can clean that up, but that's.
You might want to put in there too that is recommended by the board but approved by the membership.
Gotcha. Good one.
And
Trace, you got that?
And that it's organizational relevant.
Because you don't want it to look like the board is doing everything. You want to make sure the membership is involved in this.
Yes. You good, Trace?
I got a bunch of holes. Criteria, the member must be of good standing. And
we say good standing. I don't know if qualified is the right
And
word.
has the qualification for the meeting they're going to attend.
Right, for the assignment.
Whatever they're doing.
Yeah.
Instead of putting all of that, they're in good standing and they also have the skill ability or whatever.
Qualified.
Have the qualifications to
complete the
do
assignment.
the
To complete the assignment.
Complete the assignment.
And one more, Phil, one of y'all said something good. What was it, Phil?
Yeah,
I think?
and that it's pertinent to the organization. So we're not just doing anything willy-nilly.
Right. How's that sound to you, Paul?
Sounds good to me.
Okay. Tracy, how you feeling on that one? You got the holes covered? Hi, Lois.
okay, I said the criteria the member must be in good standing and has the qualifications to complete the assignment and is pertinent to the organization, recommended by the board and approved by the membership. So the person must be recommended, the individual must be recommended by the board.
How's everybody feel about that one?
Michael, that isn't anything different than we didn't do before when we were talking about the guy that we approved, it was recommended, and then the membership took it up and cared to pay him.
Yeah, because they had to vote for it.
They had to vote.
Right, we just vote, yeah,
Yeah, so we're just putting it in words now.
yeah. Yeah, we always talk about it in e-board and then we take it to general membership and they yay or nay it.
Yeah, we got the
Okay.
process. We was trying to get these words. So like again, they won't come back and ask us, well, which guy did you pick? You know,
Mhm.
that kind of stuff. So you guys comfortable with that? Read it one more time, Tracy, please.
So the criteria is the member must be of good standing and has the qualifications to complete the assignment. And the assignment is pertinent to the organization. The individual must be recommended by the board and approved by the membership.
Bam, that sounds good to me.
Good to me.
I like it.
All righty.
Okay, Paul.
Okay, C. How you distribute the funds and ensure that it used for the purposes. I would say that the registration is paid to the conference or training, that you don't give it directly to the individual, you pay it to the organization that they are attending. And as far as expense, they are reimbursed when they come back for their housing and food. You may not do it that way, but you want to say it that way.
Okay. Do we have to shoot? I'm sorry. Go ahead. Whoever was speaking, go ahead.
What, reimbursed after returning from conference?
Yeah, for
And
travel.
upon receipts,
Yeah,
you definitely have the receipts, not copies, the original receipts.
And I guess we should say, I'm sorry, guys, I'm tired. I can't think of the word, but you know, like he said with UAW, you come back, you fill out that form, so they have to fill out that form as well. Voucher or Frank, what was they call, Frank? We had to fill that form out. The travel thing,
call it travel voucher.
Travel voucher.
Travel
Okay.
voucher, reimbursement.
Yeah, reimbursement. So that should be included in there. They have to do that.
And completing a travel voucher.
So again, we distribute directly to a hotel or airlines. Any other expenses the participant occurs, they utilize it, then return with us and fill out a travel voucher with the original receipts for reimbursement.
Okay.
I have one question.
Go ahead, babe.
I'm just thinking about the way AFT does for us. You know, we have to give them that itemized receipt because they do not pay for any alcohol. So I don't know what UAW does, but
Same
we have
thing.
to
We
give
don't pay for alcohol.
itemized receipt. So I can't just give you my credit card that I ate at John Paul's restaurant receipt. It has to be an itemized receipt so they see what was purchased.
Well, the UAW use federal standards. Let's say if you go to Chicago, there's a set amount they'll give you for Chicago. There's a set amount they'll give you for New York. And a set amount they give you for travel, you know, for mileage. And whether you spent more or less, you're not gonna get, that's all you're gonna get, that set amount.
Right.
So if they send let's say $42 is per diem.
Per diem, you're right.
You're only gonna get that
per diem,
$42.
So let's fix that.
$46 a day.
Yeah, we can.
So I would say
you want to mention a number?
National per diem. I would just say use per diem standard. That way you're not giving a number.
So say use
national per diem standard.
Per diem. Is that correct, Paul?
Yeah, national.
Okay. Let's make sure Tracy's comfortable.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, do you use the federal requirements, same as we always say for the mileage? It's the federal
I would
guidelines.
say the federal standard.
Yeah, common sense. Yeah.
Federal per diem standard.
Yeah. That takes it all away.
Yep.
Because we don't want to mention anything we might not have.
Exactly.
Right.
Yep.
Okay, I've got registration is paid to the organization that is hosting said conference or training. Reimbursed after returning from conference with receipts and completing a travel voucher using national per diem standards.
Okay, do you have to put in there that we do for the housing or air travel, we pay them directly?
That take care of the federal per diem standards. That's
Okay,
it.
so, okay.
Okay, using national per diem standards for,
Say federal instead of national.
oh,
Yeah,
federal,
federal.
okay,
I apologize for using the term national.
for
No,
federal
you good. You
per
helping
diem
us out.
standards for all housing,
Say it again, Trace.
mileage.
Now, just say federal per diem standard for travel, which include housing, food, and all that.
Okay, so just say for travel, we don't need to say housing,
Now,
mileage, food,
no,
just for all travel, okay.
But you want to say that we pay for their conference costs, whatever the
Yeah,
registration.
we put that in the beginning.
No,
right?
I'm just saying.
that was in the beginning, but they want to make sure how you make sure it's used for what the purpose. So that's for the purpose of it.
Okay. So read one more time, Trace, please.
Registration is paid to the organization that is hosting said conference or training. Reimbursed after returning from conference or training with receipts and completing a travel voucher. Using federal per diem standards for all travel.
Sounds good to me.
Sounds official.
Sound like we know what we're talking about.
I know. Federal. All right, everybody ready to move on? Let's move on to D.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Paul.
Okay, what they're trying to ask you here, does the board get to participate, or the relatives of the board get to participate? I would say board members and relative, if in good standing with the organization, can be selected to represent the organization.
So otherwise, if they're a member, it's not.
Well, I'm gonna say they have to be a member because we don't
Right.
use the relatives thing.
No. What I'm saying, I could be your brother and still be a member of the CBTU.
Okay. I got you.
Exactly.
Okay.
But I'm a member, so it doesn't disqualify me from participating or being selected to go somewhere. But you don't go out in the street and say, hey, I want to see my brother.
Right.
So you're saying that if the board member members is in good standing, then they are eligible to be selected to go to represent the organization.
So we can say all board members were in good standing, including those who may be relatives, are eligible to receive funds if they qualify, something like that.
Well, I think if we just answer the question, board members, their relatives or members that are in good standing may be selected to go.
Because I think you already answered the question
Yeah,
in a previous.
yeah, but they asking it again.
Again,
Every time
They
they
want
ask.
to be consistent.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So say again, Tracy, what you just said, please.
Board members, their relatives or members that are in good standing may be selected to go.
What do you think, Paul?
I think it's great on. I will use one word, if meet criteria.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's just that you can't pick me because I'm your brother, I'm a member.
Right. They're eligible. They're all eligible as long as they meet the criteria.
If
Okay.
meeting criteria.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Are we ready to move on, everybody? Okay. Number 7. Your application indicated you be involved in disaster relief activities. Provide the following information about your past, current, or future distribution of funds or goods to individual or organizations. Notes: if you aren't distributing funds or goods, provide a brief description of your disaster relief services.
Okay.
Frank, I'm gonna let you, because that's Frank's baby with the care team.
well, let's see. It's not just that. We just talked about the food boxes. They're actually called the COVID-19 relief from Glingers.
Mhm.
So that falls within a disaster. Actually, it should anyway. So you could probably put that in there like that. If we did anything for care team hadn't done anything except for when we had the forum, the town hall.
Okay.
That was just informational purposes. Only haven't done anything else in the community. So I would say it's the Gleaners COVID-19 food distribution that we do monthly.
But we don't use any funds for that. I'm looking at
No,
A. So,
it says fund. It says or funds.
no, I'm looking at A. A. The purpose of the funds and types of goods you distribute and how they use for recipients. So, Paul, would that be in A that we
Michael,
don't?
Michael, I think you are.
I would think
Yeah, no funds. Yeah.
you could say no funds
Yeah.
and
The
you
type
can put
of
distributive
goods
goods.
are socks, and we give socks to kids and stuff. And,
PPE.
yeah, we distribute PPE.
Yep, we did PPE.
And we did water for Flint.
Yep.
Yep.
And will the test, you know, the COVID testing, is that included in that? In that paragraph
I
also?
don't know if that's a disaster. That was kind of a volunteer kind of a deal. But let's talk about it. But before we go on, so we're Paul, so we're saying the answer A, because the purpose of the fund type of goods you distribute. Do we have to say we don't? Should we say we don't spend funds on disaster aid, but we do distribute really?
No funds distributed.
No fund distribution, but goods. And then we distribute goods.
Water for Flint.
Your goods are distributed through donations from Gleaners.
Yeah, and donations from my members and community.
Mm-hmm.
Paul, should we list specifically that we did something for Flint and PPE?
Well, we use some of our funds, yeah.
I would say supply of water, PPE, and other items that you might, but I wouldn't put exactly who you did it for.
Okay.
The reason being, you might be dating yourself. Flint was a while back, so you don't want to.
Yeah, that was
Wait, Flint is current too, so I mean, we still taking water.
They still donate water?
Phil, yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
But Phil made a good point because he said we did use funds to buy water. So should we?
No,
I
but
mean, we don't have to say Flint, but we have that we, that's what we did.
You didn't distribute the funds though. You used your funds to buy the product, but you didn't distribute the fund itself.
Okay.
You don't want to. So you just distributed. What was the word? And it was a personal
PPE, personal protective equipment.
No, for like food and water and stuff. They call it personal needs, personal something. Ladies, help me out.
Personal needs. I know they got a new buzzword for people being hungry. I'm trying to think of that. They got
Like personal necessities or something. I don't know.
Something like that.
We'll figure it out.
You can say consumable.
Is it essential needs?
It's essential need and consumable products.
Essential needs and consumable products.
Yeah, it could be like toilet tissue, soap, water, stuff like that.
They got a new word for, instead of saying hungry, it's some other new buzzword they have. I forgot it. Okay. So Tracy, you comfortable with that?
No,
Okay.
because y'all are saying a bunch of things and.
All right, let's go back, clean it up. Let's go
Right.
clean it up. Let's clean it up. Okay.
All right, the first thing is no funds are distributed, but goods are distributed. Then we got PPE, water. We had water for Flint, but then are we not going to say water for Flint?
Not
Just
Flint.
water. Just
Just
water.
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 Mhm.
Okay, donations from members and donations from gleaners I wrote down.
I don't know if we need to say that though.
Yeah, yeah, because I wrote it down when you said it, but.
No, I'm just rehashing, but Tawana just said something. Tawana, what was it you said about essential needs or something?
I said essential needs.
Yeah,
Somebody said,
Essential needs
Joanne.
and
Joanne said essential
consumable products.
needs.
Yeah, I got that now.
Okay,
But between the no funds, I had written down donation from members and donation from gleaners. But I don't,
so Paul, do we need to say donations from members?
I wouldn't put it in there because
Yeah, I'm a little leery of that
we're
too.
talking about the
Right.
organization, not the members itself, even though it's from members, but it's the organization donating.
right. And then
Okay.
what about the gleaners? Are we gonna mention the food boxes from gleaners?
I don't think we should say gleaners, just say we give food boxes.
Distribute food boxes.
Yeah. And then what Joanne said about essential needs and I think I wrote down essential needs and products.
And consumable products.
Yeah.
All right, no funds are distributed, but goods such as PPE, water, essential needs and consumable products. And we also distribute food boxes.
Yeah,
Sounds good.
yes, it's not too wordy, it's just real simple.
Mhm.
Yeah, real simple. We're gonna keep it as simple as possible. All right, B. The recipient selection process and criteria used for selection. It's wide
Based
open. Volunteers. I mean, we just put it out there and people
I
come
guess you say-
based on need.
First
Yeah,
come, first
general
serve.
public, first come, first serve.
First come, first serve to the public.
Based on
Mhm.
need and
No,
We-
because we don't
Right.
ask them their needs.
We don't ask them, we don't ask no
well,
criteria.
just that,
We
you know,
just,
we offer.
First come, first serve.
Yeah. Do we need to put in there about church? Never mind. That's too complicated. Never mind.
No.
That good, Paul?
That's good.
Okay. Number C, you good, Trace?
got it.
Okay. How you distribute the funds or goods and how you ensure that they are used for intended purposes. We set up a booths around the city, and our members and our volunteers distribute the product. I mean, we don't ask people if they're poor. I mean,
no.
it goes back to answering B. How do you ensure that they're used for the intended?
You can't.
You can't, right?
You really can't. I mean, whoever picks it up, you're hoping they're taking it home to feed their family, but you don't have any control over that. So, you know, you just, I'm trying to think of a word, but I think
Trust
It's
system,
face value.
honor system, the honor system.
face value is the honor system, face
Yeah.
value. Take it
Yeah.
for face value. If they stand in line to get this box, then we gotta assume they need it. Like the people stand for the turkeys every year.
Yeah, yeah. I could tell you a story.
Right.
about
Put
that.
by the honor system.
Honor system. That's all you can do. You can't. I'm not going to anybody's house.
Yeah, I ain't following you.
And definitely not gonna ask you after you have stood in line 40 minutes, do you really need this turkey?
Or after you get out of your Lexus and come stand in the line.
Right.
It's on you.
You gonna eat that cornbread?
Y'all doing like what Ronald Reagan said, a cat like Mary.
Hey,
All right, we good with that one, everybody?
yes.
Okay, let's move to D. Whether board members, their relatives, or members of the committee who select your recipients or their relatives are eligible to receive funds.
Now, I would say goods are donated to the public, which is inclusive of everybody.
Okay.
I wouldn't put inclusive of everybody. I would just say good is donated to the public.
All right, got it.
Okay. Let's move on to the next one.
That was it.
That's all the questions?
That was
Okay.
it.
All right, we good. Okay. So I'll get with Trace tomorrow and Paul, you and I will talk tomorrow and get the paperwork. I'll
Okay.
get the state paperwork done. Tawana, I'll catch up with you so you can sign. Well, you know what? because of timing, maybe I could just sign for this one and the other ones because it just as long as it's the officer, so we can get this in the mail and faxed, get it done.
I need
And
to go to the bank tomorrow and get the last 3-year statements.
Yeah.
is that,
Comerica.
now let me ask you something. Is that both banks or just the one? Because with this the First Independence, we've only been there.
Either way, you
Yeah.
have to, you should give her all of them.
But I mean, we don't have a 3-year stay. Okay, so I
Just
got
have to tell them. We just opened the account, and actually it would be 3 years. We opened the account in 2018, didn't we? Or 19.
can't remember the year, but the thing is, at First Independence, we've got Oscar's going to have to go do that because we haven't made the
Haven't
switch.
changed over yet. Okay.
Yeah, our meeting with them is next Friday, March 5th. We did do the Comerica Bank.
Mhm.
Tawana can get access to Comerica, but Oscar, can you
Oh,
get to First Independence? Because we
oh no, I never was placed on an account, and remember it
Yes,
was
I gotta go. We are Tracy
right. It's either Frank or Drake.
or Tracy.
okay.
Hey, Frank, did you have online banking?
Nah, we didn't set up online banking.
Yeah, it was online banking
Was it?
set up, but it's under. That's why we couldn't get a statement because everything was set up under Arnold.
Yeah.
God said,
Well, you know what? At First Independence, I've got a good. Her name is Nicole. I talked to her
Nicole.
today.
Yeah,
I
give her
will-
Nicole.
I will give her a call and see if we can set up online banking. You know, so Frank or Tracy won't have to go down there. Let's use that as an option further. And that won't happen. I'll call Frank and Tracy and give them an update.
And just be clear, you're gonna need 4 years because 18 was
4?
covered. 18 was covered, so you gotta go back to 17.
Yeah.
You talking about First Independence?
Wherever.
Oh, both of them? Okay. So what we say it again, Phil? We need 17,
So you
19.
gotta go back 4 years. You're not gonna ask them to give me blah, blah, blah. Just give me the last 4 years.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. Tawana, you got it?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I think that's it. Anything else on the letters, got everybody? Okay.
I would suggest that you call Paul back at the federal
Mm-hmm.
and let him know that you're working on the project.
Okay.
And that way he won't think that you are ignoring him,
Mm-hmm.
and tell him you're gonna try to have it in by this month.
Mm-hmm.
And if anything changes, you call him that way. If anything should come up, you are in contact with him and he'll still know that you are working on it.
We're working on it, yeah. Yeah, he and I kind of have a relationship now, so
Yeah, because getting those bank documents and going through them, it's gonna be it's gonna take time.
yeah, especially I when you guys said the bank statement, I said, oh, there goes my idea of getting it done in February. But we'll see. We'll be diligently on it. Everybody's got their assignments to get those things done. Are there any other discussion or questions about the nonprofit situation?
Now, the only other suggestion that I would suggest is that, given the chaos that's going on in the post worker, I would send the letter FedEx.
FedEx. I agree with that.
I agree.
Well, we can fax it to him. So
I know, I remember what you said, but you're gonna send a copy as well.
yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
just
we
saying,
can
And in both ways.
Yeah, we can FedEx it. Yeah, no problem. I'll let you know. But that fax will get there.
yeah,
We'll make sure. The other one was just a backup, but we'll do that.
Yeah.
We'll do that. We'll FedEx it.
'cause I know I sent something to Denver through the mail. It took 6 weeks when I paid for it 2 days.
Well, I haven't had any problems with my mail. Mine is pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay. Just to give you guys an update, Terry Melvin, and you get, I don't know if you all received it or not, but again, I think some of you are told, Tracy sent it out. The Bahama trip has been canceled. They're not going to do it at all. They're not going to try to reschedule. There's some construction going on at the hotel or whatever. And then also, you know that the convention will be in Chicago in November, and it'll be shortened, and they'll be on, you know, wearing masks and things like that. And there'll be more details coming out very, very shortly. Let you know also, we sent some flowers to Doris Jean Watson's homegoing. Her viewing is tomorrow. Flowers will be there tomorrow about 3 o'clock. I think the viewing starts at 5, as well as a card. We also sent a card to Denise Caldwell for her mother-in-law as well. I'll share with you guys the I can share the resolution with you if you like. Just let me know if you want to do that. So we will be honoring her. And I talked to the family, and some people will be there, and they're going to read the resolution at the funeral on Friday. That's all I have, everybody.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Well, with that, I thank you all for, I can't see you because I got the paperwork in front of me. I thank you all. I want to thank a special thank you to Wanda and Oscar and Phil and Paul, all the phone calls I've been giving y'all. So I just want to thank all of you, and thank you all for giving your time, and I appreciate it. It's something that's extremely important, and it's good to have good people make a good organization. So thank you all.
Hey, and Mike, when you get ready to file for the state of Michigan,
yes, sir.
You're gonna need the PIN and the CID number, and I can help you get that when you get ready to do that.
Okay. And one last question, guys. There was on the document, they said they sent a receipt to an email, somebody whose name I did not recognize. I wrote it down. Let me see if I can find it real quick. If you look at your the 1023, and it said Paul had paid for with the credit card.
Okay, that was me.
That's you. Oh, okay.
Let me explain what happened. When you pay, you had to pay through pay.gov.
Okay.
And I have an account through pay.gov,
okay.
So I just use my account to pay for the fees.
Okay, cool. Okay, because I saw that email. I'm like, who is that? You know.
Well, just for you, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, that was it. And I'm like, oh Lord, we've been hacked. But again, thanks everybody.
I use my PayPal account to not PayPal, but pay.gov. Okay, because that's they tell you need to go to pay.gov to pay.
Okay. And by the way, those of you getting those vaccines, get them, man. Please get them. I got mine first one. I'm elated about that. So feeling good about
I did
that.
too. I'm happy.
I gotta bribe somebody because they ain't showing no love up in Washington County.
Hey,
Phil, I can help you. Call me. I'm gonna tell you how to get it done.
I'm gonna give you a number. Just a minute.
Okay.
Let's see if I can find it.
I get mine Saturday.
Great, man.
I get my second one next Thursday.
You go,
whatever.
But you know what? Wayne County and Detroit have done an incredible job.
Organized. Yes, they are.
Right.
They
Yes,
are organized. We went last week, my husband and I, and last Thursday. Yeah. If I gotta do it, he gotta do it.
Yeah. Well, this is Cyanide Grace. 313-263-3337.
No, they're giving shot. They're giving vaccines.
263-337.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I heard they were doing a real good job at Sinai doing that.
Good.
Sinai Grace.
Yeah, that's
I
Cyanide.
just went on down to downtown.
And I know there are 2 churches doing something, and Baker Lane lost his mind. He was dogging the churches for doing that. I'm like, what's wrong with you, fool?
Them drugs is something else.
Something else, boy.
Can you repeat your number? Because that's not the one I got.
No, that's not for his number.
313-363-3337.
That's not your number. That's the hospital's number.
Yeah.
Bam, that's not Paul's number.
I was gonna say, I knew that's not the number I have for him.
No, that was the for the hospital.
Okay.
Hey, you guys want to hear something funny?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
You remember when my county exec, what's his name, Hacker?
Yeah,
was,
Mark. Yeah, Mark. Yeah,
was barking at Duggan because he was getting the vaccine and we wasn't out here. well, they got them, and I went to get mine. Guess how many blacks was in there?
One.
You.
Me.
Wow.
And I guess I got in because my name was misleading. It didn't sound black.
I thought you was the token.
Did you put your white, did you put your white voice on, Paul?
Yes, I did.
Y'all crazy. I love y'all.
That's funny.
I love y'all.
Yeah.
Love, man.
Okay, Mike, what time are we gonna meet tomorrow?
You said 2 o'clock, but we'll let's just talk about noon or 12:30 and lock it in.
Okay, well, I normally go to the grocery store on Thursdays around 11, 12.
I'm flexible.
So
I
I'll
mean,
be
I'm
home.
2,
I'll be
3,
home. I'll be home by 1, 2 o'clock.
2, 3. Yeah, I'm flexible.
Okay. So you gonna come over here?
Whatever you want me to do.
Yeah, come over here because
Okay.
you know.
Okay.
I'm
And I'll get the
comfortable
I'll get the paper from the hard copy from Paul as well. 'Cause I'm gonna be running around. I got to go to the hospital, to the church, and some other things.
Okay.
Okay.
And Tracy, you know, you can be able to review this later if you need to.
Okay, good. Yeah, because you record it. Yeah. Yeah, because y'all think I know shorthand.
You do.
Magic fingers, we know, baby, we know.
I thought she was taking dictation over there.
Right, right.
Y'all think I'm supposed to.
Mm.
We're gonna get it together. We'll have it right.
We CBTU, baby. We're gonna have it
That's
right.
right. All righty, everybody.
Everybody, have a good evening, everybody.
Okay, you are too.
The last one.
And
Yeah,
some-
everybody have a good evening and be safe.
everybody say a prayer for the Democrats because they ain't lost their damn mind.
Yes, they have.
Already. I'm so sick of those dumbasses.
They
ain't
in
get 'em- they
control
ain't get
and
a
not
man in 100
acting like
days.
they're in control.
They fight but Biden trying to get the money. I'm like, what's wrong with y'all? We won.
That's what they do.
Hey,
But
y'all
we
need
don't
to-
act like we won. It seems like the Republicans are still in charge
Right.
of everything.
Correct.
I mean,
Correct.
what's wrong with Bernie Sanders? Come on, man. Get the man one person in there. But the
Hey.
best line I like is Merlin Garland. And my man was asking somebody, how come he can't be like Bill Barr? And he said, Bill Barr promised us. He said, I'm not a liar, Senator.
Ooh, wait.
Yeah. I just want to mention to everybody, if y'all ever get a chance to listen to Joe Madison, like I say, he's been having some pretty interesting people been calling into his show. And like I said, we really, like he's talking about the Democrats, like I say, we really go have to get on the ball because it's some things that pretty interesting on both sides of it.
Voter suppression, y'all. I'm telling y'all.
Well, you know, and I'm gonna say this. You know, a lot of time we look at the presidency, but you know that's not what we should be looking at. We should be looking at our local,
The governor,
state, and the
Always.
senator and representative.
All
Those are the
politics are
ones
local.
that are calling the shots,
Yeah.
Yep.
whether we want to believe it or not.
That's why the Republicans took over America. They did it 30 years ago with Alec, and they started training their people, taking over state houses one by one. That's why they're powerful where they're now.
That's it, because the president can't do no more than they allow him to do.
Nope.
That's right.
Except for if you Trump.
All politics are local.
Except for you,
All right.
Trump. Well, they allowed Trump to do that.
Trump did exactly what he wanted to do, and nobody stopped him regardless.
That's true, but the Republican allowed him to do it.
Lois, a lot of that is magic. While everybody looking at Trump, they doing crap over here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it's terrible. It is really terrible. But
Y'all know the real deal.
Yeah.
This is black and white.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
They black, we black, they white. Don't give a damn if you're Republican or Democrat.
Give a damn.
If it don't affect them, they ain't screwing with it.
Don't matter.
That's a
Nothing to
fact.
do with me.
That's
All
a
right.
fact.
All right, y'all, I'm out. Peace.
Me too. All
Bye.
right. See y'all
Stay
later.
safe. Stay
All
safe.
right.
Be
Bye-bye.
blessed.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Deuces.